What's up, everybody? Welcome to John's Daily Hustle. So today we're going to go do a junk removal. It's a big property cleanup. I've got to cut out some fence posts and haul a bunch of scrap metal away. Suppose there's like some landscaping pavers that we're actually taking away. I guess you could say demoing them out. Not entirely sure what it's called, but anyways, we're hauling them away. We're going to start to haul them away anyways. There's a lot there and it's more than my truck can handle. But we have somebody interested in them, so we're going to haul them there, at least on the first load. You guys probably won't see the second load after that. Alright, so here it is. You guys can see that shed there, and there's a bunch of metal and stuff right in front of it, as well as there's a bunch of fence posts. So I'm cutting out these fence posts. You guys can see that one up there by my truck right there. There's a couple of them here, I'm cutting them out, and they went all the way up to the gazebo. And there's a bunch of them here I'm cutting off the concrete. Alright, so I apologize for the wind noise. We got that, we got these fence posts up. We gotta come back for some of this pipe. Alright, so we're going back on day 2 of this junk removal job. So it took us 2 days to do it. You know, I wasn't planning on doing it yesterday, or I didn't plan on starting it the first day anyways. I was planning on just going there and getting it all done in one day. But I got done my first job that you guys may have already seen by now, the big, the big property cleanup job where I top dressed it and aerated and stuff, where I cleaned up the mulch from the tree stumps. You guys might have seen that one already by now. But anyways, I did that yesterday and I got done early, so I decided to come on out here and go ahead and get an early start on the job. There's really not much to it. As you guys know, it was just a little bit of scrap metal that's getting hauled away, and that shed blew over and it's getting hauled away. I am cutting out the fence post that's in the ground, so that should help. So that was kind of part of doing this job. Don't mind me here, I'm just driving through the yard trying to connect to the trailer. So I actually took a break in the middle of the day here. I went and got me some lunch, and now I came back and I'm just hooking up to the trailer because obviously I didn't want to be pulling that thing all around town and going and getting lunch with it. And right here you'll see me struggle backing up to the trailer, as I don't have a backup camera, believe it or not. It kind of drives me crazy that all cars don't have a backup camera, or at least all trucks don't have a backup camera. I do have one, and it's actually sitting in the back seat of this truck. I just haven't gotten around to installing it yet. But it needs to be done pretty soon. So coming up here, now that I got the job finished, or at least the scrap metal loaded up, as you guys can see right here, that's everything that was loaded up. So now we're going to move on and pick up the brick pavers. So all of these brick pavers right here actually have to get picked up and hauled away, including the smaller ones up there in the corner you see right there. We're going to clean all those up, and we're actually going to use that dirt that you see inside those pavers to fill in some of the holes in the yard. But that will be, we'll have to come back for a later job, as you guys will see here very shortly. I'm only able to haul so many of these pavers in my truck because, as you guys know, they actually weigh 40 pounds each. And what I ended up doing was overloading my truck, which you might hear me say that again in the end of this video, but I'm going to say it again anyways. I ended up overloading my truck way too much. So the hitch was actually touching the ground when I was done putting pavers in it. So I had to take some out that you guys didn't see that on camera. So let's haul the scrap away. Alright, so now that we got all that stuff loaded, let's take it to the scrap yard. Let's see how much I get for it. It's all steel, or at least it's all magnetizable, so I kept it separate. None of it's aluminum or tin, believe it or not. Even that shed's not aluminum. It looks like it is, but it's not. I like to make my guess and see who gets closest guess on how much I'm going to get for that load. I'm going to say around $30. I'm going to say like $33.50 to be exact. Alright y'all, so I do apologize. I did record the footage driving to the scrapyard, and I actually recorded the footage at the scrapyard, but I ended up losing it because I had some problems with my phone. And I actually had a really cool angle set up where you could actually see the claw come over and grab that shed. They were able to just lift the whole shed up and scoop it up and take it off all in one scoop. So it was pretty cool. I thought you guys would enjoy it. But anyways, on the ride there, I actually had some more footage where I actually almost lost some of that shed. Now you guys know it was a shed, so it's kind of thin. And it did not withstand the 55-mile-an-hour speed that we were going down the highway on it. So stuff was starting to blow off, and I actually had to stop several times. And you can actually see some of the walls flapping and everything. And I thought it would at least been entertaining for you guys, but of course, I had problems with my phone at the time I edited this, so I ended up losing that footage. So I made exactly $55 for hauling all that stuff away. So I made more than I thought I was going to, surprisingly. I guess the scrap prices are up a little bit more than I thought they were anyways. But that's not bad. Nice little bit of cash to go in my pocket to go out to eat somewhere with my wife or whatever tonight, you know what I mean? Alright, so right here you'll really get to be able to see exactly how heavy the pallet of pavers that were in the back of my truck is. Because as the tractor starts to lift it up, you can really watch the tail end of the truck come up. And remember, I had 3 to 4 maybe even more than that. I really don't remember the number, but I had several more layers of pavers on that. I mean, it was all the way up to the top of my truck bed. You can see right there the distance that there is there. That was covered, and the hitch was touching the ground. So I definitely had it overloaded, and I would say one of the major upgrades, upgrading my truck to, say, 3/4 ton or even a 1 ton is definitely in my future. Unfortunately, it might be a little too far away yet, but it is coming soon. Not done that job yet. I mean, I guess technically I am for the junk removal side of it, but I still have to go back and pick up more of those pavers, and there's still more bricks left that I have to get. You guys saw there was a pretty heavy load on this little half-ton truck of mine, and what y'all guys didn't see, which was off camera, I ended up scraping off about 3 layers of bricks that originally was on that pallet. I had this truck overloaded. So right here was just a few pictures and a quick couple of videos that I was able to take on the tree removal job that I did for one of my favorite customers anyways. You guys may have seen this property quite a few times, and you'll see it quite a few more times this year. Now that was the property I did the big leaf cleanup on. You guys may have already seen. Go check it out right there. And that was one of those jobs that the customer called me and said, hey, if I cut these down, will you haul the stuff away? And it was actually worked out because I was able to just haul it to the other side of town. So he paid me for a whole day's worth of work, and I didn't have to go that far. It was a lot of work. I was pretty worn out by the end of the day, you know, picking up all the trees and tree branches and stuff, but it wasn't too bad. I do really wish I had a dump trailer. A dump trailer would have been nice in that area. We'll be going back to the property that we did the junk removal on, because we do need to finish up picking up all those brick pavers. You guys know I was limited on the amount that I could carry in my truck, so we're going to go back and try to finish that up. Well, as in about 2 weeks from now, of course by the time you guys are watching it, I've probably already done it, to be honest, but we're actually going to go back with a tractor, and I'm going to dig out all the concrete posts that were in the ground, or all the concrete that was in the ground from the fence posts, as well as tree stumps on both of those properties you guys saw. If you guys really like to see the heavy equipment like you saw there in the end when it was unloading my truck, please subscribe to the channel, because I've got lots of videos coming, and there's going to be more videos coming out in the future on heavy equipment. As always guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up, and thanks for watching, y'all.